Hey everybody, I've got bunches of headlines for you, okay? I've been scooping them up all over the place and trying to put them here so you can see them. So hang with me and we'll see them all in just a minute. Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and oh my goodness, all kinds of headlines coming up. I have a couple of digs that I'm working on, but they take longer, and there's just so many headlines. I think you need to see some of these, okay? So we're going to start with this one. The DC Appeals Court judge to retire, handing Trump key vacancy. You see, the DC Appeals Court is really major because, the DC judges in general, we really need to get some good conservatives in there, the people that believe in the Constitution and will interpret it according to its original intent. And so this particular vacancy is going to be one where Trump can put in somebody who's going to be in there for quite a while. Because remember, these judges are in there for a long time. Well, this judge actually is, fairly conservative, but Trump's going to be able to get another one in there who is going to be younger, and then, they'll last for a lot longer. So there you go. And he's kind of been half and half, sometimes ruling for the president and sometimes ruling against, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It all depends on what the cases are, but you can read through this. I'll leave all of these links down below. They're in the description. You pop the description open and they'll all be in there for you. So anyway, you can read the whole article if you want to find out more about him, but this is going to be a key thing because the more President Trump can get these courts with judges that are going to be able to look at things without the politics involved and what the founding fathers originally meant the Constitution to say, that's going to be huge because they're going to be upholding actual law instead of legislating from the bench, which a lot of the liberals are doing now. So there's one big win. I mean, we're just getting a lot of them again. A lot of winning going on. This was a very interesting clip from Lou Dobbs, and he is talking about this, the whole FBI thing. Why haven't people been arrested yet? Well, things are going slow. I would play it for you, but it's pretty much what we're all saying. Why haven't they been arrested yet? Well, it's coming. It's just things have to be put in place properly. And I know that's taxing for a lot of people. And they're saying, oh, well, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's ever going to happen. Don't say that too fast. I'm recording this on Thursday night, and I watched what POTUS did at the little town hall thing there in Pennsylvania. His very last line. Listen to this.
But I love what we're doing because we're accomplishing more than anybody's ever. I'm viewing it as we're saving this country. This country was going wrong. We have great, great people in Washington, very smart people in Washington, and it's going to come together. It's going to come together, and it's going to be sooner than you think.
So yeah, sooner than you think, things are going to be happening. I really think we're just very close. There's a song by Rich Mullins, a Christian artist, that's called On the Verge of a Miracle. And I truly believe we are on the verge of a miracle right now because we're so close. Hang in there. We're getting very close. And I know we've been waiting for a long time, but it's really going to start falling into place. A lot of things already have fallen into place, and we're going to see a lot more, and especially in the very near future. I really think this summer is going to be very interesting. So anyway, let's go on. Of course, good old Romney can't just sit back and let his buddy, the Bidens, get in trouble, especially because he's in the same boat. His family members got some perks too. So he doesn't want the Bidens getting nailed, okay? So he is probably going to cause a problem here because the deal is this particular committee, the Senate Homeland Security Committee, is set to vote on whether to subpoena those records or not. Well, that wouldn't necessarily be a problem, except right now the numbers are 8-6 in that particular committee. So if he says, nah, then it's going to probably end up 7-7 tie, and that would mean no subpoena. So I am not putting it past him because he talked about it here. The breaking news has a clip of him talking about it here because he thinks it's just political. Yeah, he's really just trying to save his own skin. So I'll leave those down below. You can watch this video if you want, if you can stomach it. But essentially, he's just saying the same thing. I think he's probably going to stop it, which is sad, but another committee could take it up. Now, by now, you've probably already heard the clip of Chuck Schumer and his threat against a couple of Supreme Court justices. Well, I've seen it about 10 times already, I think, different places. So I'm sure you've seen it. Well, some of the senators are taking action, the Republicans, and Senator Hawley and 14 GOP senators introduced resolution to censure Chuck Schumer for threatening SCOTUS justices. So, yeah, they've all put in for this. Now, here are the list of, where's the list of names? They're down here somewhere. Here they are. I don't know if you've got one on here. I've got Mike Braun from Indiana. But my other senator is not. Todd Young. I don't know. You never see his name on anything really important, it seems like. Kind of gets to you. But anyway, there's the list. So you can look over, see if you've got anybody on there. And if you don't have somebody on there, you need to go and write to them. Every one of the congressmen, both the House and the Senate, they all have websites. On their website, there's a contact form. You can only contact your representatives. So, if it's like somebody from another state or something, you can't. But you can, if you live in their district, you can contact them. And so make sure that you contact, and these are senators, so contact your 2 senators from your state and let them know that they need to be part of this, because what Chuck Schumer said was just not right. Anyway, and then I wanted to show you this. I know this is weird, but those of you who follow the 17th letter of the alphabet, you'll understand this. You really will, because this bothered me too. If you watched the town hall, he had this space in his hair. It was like, who let him go out with that? I mean, it bugged me the whole night, right? Because your eyes just automatically went there every time his head was turned so you could see it. It was just like, what? Who let him walk out here like that? So anyway, this is what one person says. It looks like he missed combing his right side. No one would have let him go out like that. See, that's what I was thinking too. And then I remembered a possible drop here. Yeah, and it was this one, which is from March 7th of 2018. And comb your hair. Really? I mean, okay, so it's a couple days ahead. But, I just think that's really interesting of the timing on it. It's about almost the exact same time. And so there's other things. I don't know if it's drawing attention to this particular post or what, but that's 873 if you want to see it. So just thought I'd let you see that. Thought that was interesting. I will put the link to this down below so you can look at it yourself. It just was, he's always so well coiffed. And it was just weird to see that because there's a big honking gap there. And it was pretty obvious. So I can't imagine it wasn't done on purpose. Anyway, let's go on. How about this one? Yeah, guess what? They started looking around in that jail where Epstein was, and look at all the stuff they found. They found all kinds of contraband, which I guess is not totally surprising, but yet it is because, it says following a week-long lockdown that turned up other contraband and led to a criminal probe into guard misconduct. So, they have found all this. This was a loaded one too. And it just, yeah. So, it was not all that secure. And, so anyway, just thought I'd point that out to you. I'll put the link to the article down below so you can read it on your own. Very interesting that, things are starting to come out. This is an interesting one by Ivanka. She said, powerful meeting today with Attorney General Barr, leading tech companies, and the U.S.'s Five Eyes partners. Now, if you remember the Five Eyes partners, they are U.S., UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. So those 5 different countries joined together in a thing called Five Eyes in order to supposedly protect each other from terrorists and, to keep an eye on things in different countries and kind of share information and intel on that. Well, the deal is, though, all 5 of those countries have laws against spying on their own citizens. And so in a lot of ways, this was how they got around it. Instead of, like, the U.S. can't spy on our own citizens without a warrant and everything, so they could go to, like, the UK and they could view the files over there. So, yeah, that's how they were getting around it. But anyway, so there were 9 brave survivors of this particular crime. And this is what she was talking about here. I thought it was very interesting. And then if you went down, this guy right here, I'm going to bring his up because he had more to it. And I thought it was a very interesting thread to read here. But he was talking about, why aren't they fact checking some of these things and these people? And especially like Craigslist. And of course, there he is with who. And then if you go down to this one, here's a document that Nancy Pelosi signed, and here it is. And she was like praising them. Oh, so wonderful, such a good organization. And yet that's what they were really doing behind the scenes. So, it really breaks your heart to see what's happened to so many and how there are so many that are letting it happen. They're providing ways for that kind of behavior to continue. And it just along those lines, by the way, Corey Feldman is going to have a premiere showing of his movie that's called My Truth. And it's going to be on March 9th. You buy like a $20 ticket and you'll be able to watch the live stream. It's only going to be shown once. If he makes enough money off the tickets, then he'll be able to have another showing. And then hopefully he'll make enough off of that to do another showing. So it is supposed to be a regular movie, and he paid for it out of his own pocket. So there will be a link to the website down below. It's mytruthdoc.com, I think. But I'll make sure and put it down there. Anyway, so very interesting. And it's his story and his friend Corey's story. So something definitely I think we all need to see. It'll be hard. It'll be probably naming names and stuff, so it'll be difficult, but it's important. Okay, and then, this is as of March 5th, that's when I'm recording this, Facebook removes Trump campaign ads saying they violate their census policy. And here, evidently what they're saying is that they have a policy that will take down anything that will mislead people or give disinformation about the U.S. Census. And so they said, yeah, this Trump ad didn't, had to be taken down because it had, let's see, what did it say? Give me a minute here. I will find it. I don't know. They're talking about how they've been, here. Okay. That talks about how lots of different conservative voices have been censored already. And then on this one, they removed Trump campaign ads that referred to a census, saying they violated a company policy aimed at preventing disinformation and other interference with the nationwide 2020 census, which goes online next week. The ads, which began running on the social network this week, asked people to take the, quote, official 2020 congressional district census, and then directed users to a website for fundraising to support Mr. Trump's reelection. So that's what they said, that people were not smart enough. Evidently, they don't think they are, to figure out that that's not really the census. They think we're so stupid. Sadly, there are a lot of so stupid people, but most of them aren't on our side. So anyway, here's another one that has to do with Facebook as well. because yes, they have started enforcing their manipulated media thing, and so they're taking down memes essentially that they don't like. Yeah, that's what this is all about. And they're going to be really coming down harsh on people that put things out there. It's just like, again, they think we're so stupid we can't tell the difference. But we can, we are smart enough to know that something's been manipulated or not. I mean, obviously there's deep fakes that are really tough to tell, but on something like this, they're talking about memes and things. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult for some people to deal with. I think of people like, Carpe Diem and such. Yeah, so anyway, then, of course, if you're not doing anything on Friday night, because, hey, what else do you have to do on Friday night except watch this premiere of Hillary? Okay, it's going to be on Hulu, so if you have a Hulu subscription, you can watch this. I'm sure you want to find out all about Hillary. Check this out, though. They didn't even spell Hillary right. This is Hillary Clinton right here. This is her Twitter account. Spelled Hillary wrong. Okay? So you got to wonder, was that done on purpose? Does it mean something? Or is she just unaware of how her own name is spelled? Or does she just not actually put the tweets up and somebody else does and they don't care? I don't know. I'm surprised a lot of people didn't jump on that, in the media, because whenever POTUS misspells something, whoa, they let everybody know. But we know he does that on purpose. Here's a little bit of good news. A Tennessee resident who formerly served as a camp guard in Germany has been ordered to be removed from the U.S. following a 2-day trial in Memphis. And this is the document from the Department of Justice website. So there you go. Bye-bye. No sadness there to see you go. Here was something that was kind of fun because of the town hall tonight. A lot of people, of course, I showed you before, wanted the certain question to be asked. Well, this is what I think it was Joe M. put this up. He started this. And it was a hashtag, if POTUS denounces the 17th letter of the alphabet. So it's pretty funny to go through here and see all the ones that people put down here. Some of them are not nice, but some of them are pretty funny. So, I mean, yeah, it's just fun. I'll remarry my ex-husband. So yeah, you could read through those if you want to. You just put the hashtag in, but I'll put the link down below. You can go to that. So it may look different when you come to it because, it changes all the time if people add more. And so this is the last one I got to share with you. With everything that's going on in the world, of course, Ukraine has started an investigation into the whole Biden thing. But now Ukrainian lawmakers voted no confidence in the country's top prosecutor Thursday after the prime minister, foreign minister, and defense minister all were replaced in a government shakeup this week. So, woohoo! Stuff is going on over there. The parliament vote took place after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described Prosecutor General Ruslan Ryaboshabka as ineffective. The president leveled similar criticism against the now former prime minister. So it looks to me like Zelensky is really trying to clean things up. So I'll leave this down below and you can check it out for yourself, read the whole article and see what's going on. But it does seem like some things are happening over there too. And it's all going to be tied in together. When people are saying that, they're not seeing anything happen, it's because it is so massive. When you look at it like that, you've got to remember that this is not just limited to the United States, this type of corruption that's going on. It is all throughout the world. And when something happens in one country, it does affect other countries. So even though we would like to completely clean up everything here in the United States, when we do that, it will, in the process, cause things to happen in other countries. Because when we talked about the Five Eyes earlier, some of the Five Eyes were involved in everything that went on and, spying on Trump. So when that's uncovered, they're going to be implicated too, which means their countries are going to have to step up and, get rid of this corruption too. And, it's going to be like a domino effect around the world. So it's not just us. We have to remember that. And one of the things, especially about the 17th letter of the alphabet movement, is that it is a worldwide thing. And we're very well aware of that it's not just what's happening in the United States. Our people have to wake up. Obviously, we have to have enough wake up. So when everything starts happening, it's not seen as a political hit job. It's just seen that they are corrupt and they should be removed. They should be imprisoned because of what they've done. Okay, that's what it needs to be seen as, justice served. And in other countries, remember, the political situations are not necessarily what they are here. And some of those countries really don't have the same support for getting rid of corruption as our country. But as you can see now, evidently Ukraine does, which is very good news to hear. I mean, it sounds strange when you see all this, but it does kind of sound like Zelensky is doing what he said he would do, and that's get rid of corruption. That's what he won on. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, now all of us content creators, they have like this little thing in our comment section where we can go through and we can see who has been subscribed for how long, if yours is public. I mean, not everybody wants their subscriptions to be public, but the ones that do, they're there, and we know how long you've been subscribed to us. And we know also if you're one of the top commenters, it gives you a special little badge for that. So to all my top commenters, I want to say thank you, and I don't need their list to tell me you're a top commenter because I read your comments. So I know, and I want to say thank you to all of you for your comments and your support. Oh, you guys have just been such a blessing over the year and a half or however long it's been. It's been a while. And I'm getting close to 600 videos, believe it or not. It's hard for me to believe, but that's where I'm at. So I want to just say thanks to everybody. And I pray all the time that the blessings will come back at you. So anyway, that's what I've got for you on this one. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later. We have Senator Hawley and 14 GOP senators introduce resolution to censure Chuck. His name is Chuck. Truck Schumer. To censure. I can't do it with a straight face now. Okay, I can do this. To censure Chuck. His name is Chuck. Oh, okay. Okay, to censure Chuck's. I can't do it. It's like seashells at the seashore. Oh, okay, stop. Oh, do this. Let's start over the whole thing. Okay, put it on your mind. You can do this. Okay. All right. Senator Hawley and 14 GOP senators introduced resolution to censure Chuck Schumer for threatening SCOTUS justices. Woohoo, I did it. Oh, gosh.